Before we start on the more serious stuff, I'd like to draw your attention to the Swedish doom goblin. She's now doing impersonations of Bill and Ben, the flower pot men, dressed in all green. She's on a flotilla somewhere, poking her nose in geopolitics. You know what I mean, Greta Thunberg. Greta is, I like nipping into a bit of Swedish. Greta, the Swedish doom goblin. Just more bullshit, really, isn't it? She's done with climate change now. She's moved on to geopolitics. Next, it'll probably be flying to the moon with Elon Musk. Who knows? The endless talents of this lass who didn't finish school and can't do naff without a script are really beyond compare, aren't they? So I just thought I'd bring that to your attention. It's that little beanie hat that gets me. Dressed in all green, making some point about being green, I suppose. Normally people at sea dress in blue, don't they? So, Greta, please, give it a rest. I think it's time to get laid, don't you? Anyway, back to the big stuff, which is obviously the encroachment of digital ID. I quite liked this. Lewis Goodall, journalist and activist, it says in some reports. He works for news agents now. He used to be at Sky News. He interviewed me once many years ago in 2019 at a Brexit rally. And he was interviewing these people who were getting really tongue-tied, dead nervous of being on telly. And I was further up on this football stadium ground. And I could see this woman who was uncomfortable. So I come marching down steps, look like me now, and I just shot at rolling pin in my hand. Come marching down like bloody Boudica. And he says, you seem reluctant to talk, he says to this woman. I said, I'll talk to you. So anyway, he ends up interviewing me, and he's like, you could see it, like, not much time for me, no Brexiteers, how boring. And he said, you sound quite angry. I said, well, actually, yes, we are quite angry, because we voted 3 years ago for something and we still haven't got it. We're still being dragged along this road. Wouldn't you be angry if you'd voted for something? And anyway, that's my encounter with Lewis Goodall. I noticed he unfollowed me a few weeks ago on Twitter. Anyway, he's made a big play today, or yesterday, punting out digital ID. There's nothing wrong with it. It's completely safe. What are you worried about? That kind of tone. Anyway, nicely on Twitter X, you have the facility of Grok, which is an AI thing. You can read the post, and you click on this little thing, and you go, is this post accurate? Is there any other information? Anyway, a reader has done just that, and I love this. I absolutely love it. And a reader has added context. They thought people might want to know. Are you ready for this? Important context. Lewis Goodall's wife, Tone Langengen, it's like Gangan. Langengen is a senior policy advisor at the Tony Blair Institute, who are lobbying the government to introduce digital ID. Blair failed to introduce compulsory ID in 2006 due to concerns over the erosion of civil liberties. Nothing's changed, Tony. We're still concerned. We're concerned about anything you involve yourself in. You're like the kiss of death to most members of the public. We don't want to war in Iraq. Still, you went in, didn't you? Came back looking for weapons of mass destruction. Came back with 2 catapults and a slingshot. Should have known better, Tony. Just have kept out of it. Think of what people who still have their legs and still be alive. Anyway, so most people see him as bad news. It's funny, isn't it? The Tony Blair Institute's on Twitter. It's got 213,000 followers. It's been on since 2010. I've only been on Twitter since 2019. I have 237,000. Who's the daddy? Who's more popular then? Drums, fingers, waits for answer. These people. You see, the trouble is, the civil service is full of Blairites. We've said this before, haven't we? And so when you want to go against the government, especially a left-wing government like this, it's very difficult because the civil service are right behind them, clearing the way for more and more encroachment. I'll read you some more stuff out that's flying on Twitter and Facebook, because I know a lot of you don't like messing around on them platforms. I mean, it's a bit of a nightmare for me at times. But obviously I've got a big following there, and I like to be reliable. I do this every day. There's also speculation that Tony Blair's son, you couldn't make it up, the billionaire Tony Blair's son, is possibly going to get some sort of contract connected to this digital ID rollout. Amazeballs, isn't it? Anyway, I wrote this pertaining to what's going on, because legislation's been passed a lot of people don't know about. The Chinese lost their freedom due to mission creep control, devised over a period of time and dressed up as protection and safety. Where have we heard that before? A nation dependent on the state is indeed a weak nation. It happened here, and it's happening right now. It took the Roman Empire centuries to fall, and we're falling pretty fast, and the signs are there. The new Data Use and Access Act has been passed for royal assent. It's the forerunner to digital ID and a central bank digital currency. They mean business. This 98,000 word document isn't for the faint-hearted. I'll cover it in a video and I'll keep it short and understandable. But here's a summary. They're taking control of your existence to steer you to a future where permission will be needed for you to continue doing exactly what you do right now. Sorry about the interruption, it'll only be me cleaner because I've sacked her. She don't like stairs and she don't like hoovering. She don't like ironing. There's only me bloody windows left. I've got a window cleaner for that. I don't like ladders. Sorry about that. But people, I haven't sacked her like unceremoniously. I forewarned her. Like I said, look, you're really shit at this job and you're costing a fortune. You're on more than minimum wage and, you know, I'm going round after you do it job again. Anyway, that's just a bit of insight. It wasn't anything like urgent. The thing you've got to watch with this is if they're writing documents with 98,000 words, they mean business, don't they? It's like the government have this like friendly little avatar driven, it's like a little film, little video about central bank, about the brick coin, you know, from the treasury. Oh, how friendly it is and how nice. And they're trying to compare it to Bitcoin, which, as you know, is a private transaction. I don't know anything about Bitcoin, but I know it's private between whoever's buying and selling it. But unfortunately, the brick coin, the government coin, won't be. That'll be open to them having control of it all first. It's madness. So I'm going to read you more input now from Chris Littlewood, who's a cyber security expert. He's the man that people employ him to troubleshoot with cyber security within big corporations. He's done a lot of big names as well. And this is how he's summed it up, which I think is pretty good. This is exactly why a centralised digital ID is reckless. The government's one login system, that's what it's going to be, one login for everything. The government's one login system already shows us the risks. No clearances, overseas contractors, conflicts of interest, no independent risk assessment. Now imagine all that, banking, health, travel, ID, tied to that same single point of what could be a humongous failure. Because you can be they're going to have this one login thing where you use your phone and you log in because you've gone to buy a bag of crisps and a couple of bottles of pop at your local store, and all your details go through at that point. Everything. Do you want that? I don't want that. When I pay on a credit card, if I use a card, that's between me and my bank and the outlet. That's it. That's the only people who know about that. But once you start using your phone as this one-stop login for everything, it's absolutely what you can do is empower people to have more control over your life that you don't even know. You don't know these people. These are unelected people. These are bureaucrats. These are corporate leads. You don't want that in your life. So don't forget to sign petitions. Email your MP. Repeatedly, don't just send one. Make a nuisance of yourself. They like to get rid of a nuisance. I mean, obviously I'm a bloody nuisance. Don't forget to do it, because it does work, especially if you've got low majorities and they're getting a lot of flack. Next video, I'm going to cover something about soldiers and their pay. You'll find it incredible.